Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this don't work. But speaking of working, we got a lot of work to do, don't we? We got all those shot glass shows that we're working on. Michael, here's the cool thing, because see, a lot of you guys see me talking a lot and say, man, Mark doesn't do shit. Well, actually, yesterday, I cut out all the pieces, and today, well, Mark don't got to do shit, because Michael Anthony, he is the finisher extraordinaire. He's already gone through, done the rough sanding and things, putting in the filler and stuff, so when we get back, he's going to be sanding them and getting ready to paint that stuff. Me, I'm trying to clean up and reorganize the shop because it is a new freaking decade, okay? It is time to clean out the old shit, to get new shit organized so you can see everything that you got. You know, if you got some old shit that you haven't touched in years, get rid of it. If it don't work, if it's a little rusty and falling apart, get rid of that shit. Speaking of being rusty, isn't rust kind of like carrot color? No? It's kind of close to a carrot color. Well, we got that stuff out of here. So we got to go pick up these attachments to go on the back of the shelf and put them up. So I was sitting here, we're listening to Sports Talk 980, and they're talking about Joe Gibbs helping to advise the Redskins. The question was, well, is Joe Gibbs the right person who hasn't coached since like 2000 and 10 years ago, and when he came back, he really didn't do that good, and he's really been focusing on NASCAR, you know? So that's where you look back to the old stuff and say, is what he knows relevant to today? Now, I got to tell you, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan through and through, and I know the last 25 years have been rough, but man, it doesn't matter what we do, people will bitch and moan about everything. You never have anything positive to say. It's always just pounding down, and you did this and that. Here's the thing that's kind of funny. This is almost comical to me. Because I said I like Mike Nolan for defensive coordinator, because it's a different philosophy than what we had with Rod Marnelli. Tampa 2 was great when you had Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks and those guys and John Lynch and things. They had a lot of talent, and it was new and so forth. It's old and antiquated now. Right now, teams understand that they can run up the gut on us. Having smaller, lighter defensive linemen is not working. Mike Nolan believes in that. They also believe in aggressive defense. Think about this. Carson Wentz had, three or four interceptions in that game against them because it's aggressive defense. Did we have 4 interceptions on the season? Did we? Maybe barely. They had that against Carson Wentz in one game.
We had more than 4, but we're not all in one game.
Right. Well, true. Yeah, true. Exactly. But yeah. I don't think we have anybody on our team that has more than 2. That's how bad it is as far as our defense goes. And as far as being run on, we give up 4.6 yards every time they try and run up the middle. 4.6. That's disgusting, man. That's more yards than Zeke averaged all season. So those are problems. And so I look at this and say, we're going to try and look at upgrading this defense. And now the experience that we've had now on this team, Mike Nolan was part of the Baltimore Ravens defense. Mike Nolan, part of this New Orleans defense that turned things around. They were one of the worst defenses a few years ago when Rob Ryan was down there. Yeah, Rob Ryan, the same guy we had here. One of the famous Ryan family. Yeah, how'd that work out? Not good for either of them. But you can look at those linebackers of theirs, where he's the coach of, that are literally playing downhill. And what that means is it's like those guys are running downhill at the running backs. The way they attack everything. The way when they hit and tackle somebody, you look at Demario Davis. When Demario Davis hits you, what happens? You get hit, you go down. Ain't no missed tackles on those defense, right? So somebody goes back and they said, oh, Mike Nolan, he's a bum because, remember when he was with the Washington Redskins, their defense was average at best. Where you start and where you end up are two different places. If you go to my mama's house right now and look at some of the cabinets I built when I was 15 years old, they're still there. But they aren't quite as good as what I build now. The joints might not be quite as tight. It may not be exactly square. The sanding isn't quite as good. The finish, not great. But I learned as time went on, right? I dare say your painting is freaking incredible right now. But when he first started painting, it wasn't quite that good. But I'll also say, if being part of the Washington Redskins organization is your barometer,
They have two coaches.
I want you to think about this, because Marvin Lewis was with the Washington Redskins, but he was also with the Baltimore Ravens, part of that defense, the building of that defense that won that Super Bowl, the first one with Ray Lewis. He was the defensive coordinator for 4 years. When you go to Washington, bad things happen to you, whether you're a coach or you're a quarterback. Bad things. Marty Schottenheimer, great coach, just couldn't win the big ones until he got to Washington. Shanahan, 2-time Super Bowl coach, got to Washington. But I will say this, Kyle Shanahan, they had one decent year with him as offensive coordinator. How's that team looking right now for San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan? I believe that was a guy who didn't really do much in Washington, right? How about Sean McVay?
Went to Super Bowl second year.
He was offensive coordinator with the Redskins. Didn't exactly do a whole lot there, right? So he was in the Super Bowl last year, right? So come on, man. Stop with the damn negativity, man. Oh, my God. Hey, think about this. Think about this. Our defensive coordinator used to be our pastor, Rod Marnelli. I love Rod Marnelli, but let's be honest now. Rod Marnelli was the head coach of the Detroit Lions when they went 0-16. That's his pedigree right there. Now he was part of Tampa Bay. The defensive line coach of Tampa Bay when they won the Super Bowl. I'll give you that, under Monty Kiffin. But you're talking about, that was his head coaching experience. Jason Garrett, other than coaching in Dallas, had 1 year in Miami under Nick Saban, who walked away and quit during the season. Not exactly a lot of experience. Marvin Lewis, not Marvin Lewis, Mike Nolan, part of that killer defense with the Ravens, part of the resurrection of that defense in New Orleans as linebackers coach, has some head coaching experience. Chris Richard, if he comes back, defensive coordinator on a team that should have won 2 Super Bowls. You can't blame it on the defense. That was the offense that screwed that one up. John Foster, special teams coach on a team that was in the Super Bowl last year. Mike Martz, coach of a team that's won a Super Bowl. You got all these guys that have been associated with the best in the business. You think that Aaron Rodgers just came in and just did everything on his own? You think Aaron Rodgers learned everything on his own? He learned from Mike Martz. He ran the offense that Mike Martz was calling. They won the Super Bowl with Mike Martz in charge. Give the guys a chance. We haven't even named him head coach yet till today at 3 o'clock Central. Stop with the negativity. It's a new decade. Out with the old. We're making changes. We're going to be doing things differently, hoping for another result. Can we at least see how it's going to go before you guys kill everybody? And if you don't think that these were the best hires, tell me who is. Tell me what would have been a better move. I don't think getting a guy out of college without any of that NFL experience with this team that you have with veterans is the best idea. How about you? Are you happy that I'm happy the Carrots go? I'm definitely happy the Carrots go. Well, we'll have to wait and see how all this works out. Hope you guys have a great day.